to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Man Talk Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Woo!
What's going on, good people? Welcome to Man Talk Mondays. We are back in the house once again. I am Derek, the thought engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi. I guess he in the Matrix right now, so don't quite know what he got going on.
What's good, man?
How you doing right now?
Man, I am great, man. Another hot day today in Texas, man. Loving life and loving this air conditioner before they put us in this blackout.
Yeah, man. They tripping. If they turn off the power,
they talk about turn up to 78. Brother, I ain't had my air conditioner at 78 since 74.
I know we gonna blow that grid, brother. We gonna completely blow that grid. It's too hot, man. Way too hot right now. They doing way too much. Way too much. Ladies and gentlemen, we not gonna hold you up. Let me remind everybody, this is Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships, but of course we're doing it from a man's perspective. Now keep in mind, this conversation is not just for men. We want everybody to join in and participate. Men, women, boys, and girls, everybody's welcome. How you participate in the conversation, you go in the comment section, leave your comment or your question. We can see this, and this is how you have a discussion with us. This is how you talk to us. But by all means, we want to hear from you, right? We want to hear from you. So make sure you jump in those comments. Also, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you click on notifications and everything so you get an alert every time you put out a new podcast. We put out a fresh one every week, so you can go back and check us out on Apple, Google, Spreaker, Spotify, all the different podcast platforms. You can go, you can check us out, right? So make sure you go and do that. Also, if you got a Roku TV or a Roku device on your TV, you can catch us live on your 75-inch you got sitting in your front room.
Oh, Walmart got them for $33 right now.
Boy, I remember TV used to be expensive, boy.
Dude, I paid $2,500 for HD DLP TV. One of the big wide thing on, you got to carry it in. Bro, those days gone, brother. They're gone.
They are gone.
There they are.
But yeah, make sure you check us out, BS3 TV. Also, you can catch us on your computer. We got a direct web link to BS3 TV channel on Roku. Go to bs3tvlive.com. bs3tvlive.com. You can catch us on your computer as well. Right? Jumping right into this, ladies and gentlemen, we not going to hold y'all up any longer. We got an interesting discussion tonight. Interesting discussion. Now, what sparked this discussion? I came across a couple of videos that were pretty concerning to me. They were pretty concerning. And I just want to, before we get into this, I want to share it with you so we can get your honest opinion along with what we're talking about. Right? Right? That was disturbing to me, but I want to get your take on it. Tell me what you think about it. Here's the first one. There's two videos. Here's the first one. They're pretty short. So catch this real quick. And here we go.
I'm not going to marry someone that I had a baby with just because it's not right.
But that's the society that we live in, and what I'm saying is that's incorrect. You're willing to open your legs, let a man skeet in you, have his whole child, replicate his DNA, but he's not worth marrying.
Crazy.
But sometimes you don't know that they're not worth it until afterwards. That's what I'm trying to say.
But that is the problem. This is what's wrong with us.
Society.
Because we're creating.
But hold up, wait. There's more. There's more. Along the same lines, I want you to catch this one too. Check this one out.
Girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said,
wow.
Why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
Crazy. That is bananas. Right, Karen. I'm shocked too, Karen. That's how I felt when I first saw it. This is the mentality that I'm gonna say young guys have to deal with today.
Whoa.
It's not. It's not.
They ain't no. This is no. This is a male female thing. It's not just it's not just a woman thing. No, I think everybody. I think men and women got to deal with this.
Sabrina said, "The world we live in." Absolutely. Facebook user said, "Jesus." I know that's how you feel.
Did you say it like that?
I said just like that, Jesus. but this is the mentality. So right off the bat, when did men become so disposable? When did we become so disposable?
When we were good enough to create checks for women without us being there. See, women got this thing all planned out. You know, men be looking for ways to make money while they sleep. But women have found a way. Let me get this. let me get this child in here. Let me get a couple of these kids up in here, and I get the child support coming while I'm sleeping. I don't have to do nothing for it. And then if you are in a relationship with the man and it's not quite working out, okay, all right. Well, before you go, I'm gonna allow you to be a blessing to me and you.
Facebook user said, "Agree, John. It's a parent thing. We having kids unhealed. Oh, so we having kids unhealed. And so is that make good sense to go and mess up a whole nother generation of kids though? Don't you think that's what we're doing, messing up a whole nother generation though?
Well, I think we are, but at the time, you know, when you young, you don't really think about a generation. You just thinking about you and yours at the time. We don't understand how foolish it is until we get older, and that baby daddy, that baby is all messed up because the daddy been in and out of his life, or you didn't let him into life, and it's just we don't get that until we're older. And that, well, hopefully we get that when we're a little older.
And that's probably one of the tragic things. Why does it take us so long to get some sense? Why do we have to go through all of this trouble, make all these mistakes before we get some sense about life, man?
Because most of us have been through this stuff, and we coming out on the side saying, "Woo, boy, whenever I get kids, I'm gonna make sure they don't have to go through that." Because we're gonna as parents, we're gonna try to stay together if we can, but if we can't, we're gonna make sure that the relationship stays healthy, whether the parents are together or not. Which these girls, I just think men nowadays looked at nothing more than a check. And it's funny because I can't never identify it being like it is today, though. Because that girl said, you won't know if he ain't daddy material until you have his baby.
Exactly. How did and the woman said, so you just gonna let some man come
she said it.
Eat up in you,
She said it.
Replicate his DNA, because it's his DNA that you replicate. But you're not thinking about, you just creating another him. Pretty much.
Well, yes and no. I'm really creating a check that's going to go on for 18 years. 18 years, bro, is a long time.
That is a long time. Karen says, so the only way she can ensure her future children are supported is by a court-ordered child support. The parents should be ashamed of themselves for not showing their 8th grade daughter a better way. I guarantee you, Karen, guarantee you that 8th grade girl is with a single mother. Guarantee.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, she is. And I would dare to say she is she's seen enough from her mom. Because think about this. Because when you're not with that baby, they get food stamps, they get money, they get every little discount thing, they get the WIC, they get all this stuff. And at the end of the day, they saying, "Oh, don't worry, we don't give you all this because we're gonna have your daddy to pay for it." And then I just heard this the other day. When you're on child support as a guy, the system won't send that because they take a percentage of the money. See, and I am baffled because I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. Are you serious? You mean every dime don't go to that child? Well, hold on. Let me back that up. If it did, would the mama spend it on just a child, or would she be getting her nails and hair done?
I'll do you one better. Because you got a valid point, but I'll do you one better. I saw another video. I didn't put it up today. I saw another video. And this woman said, if a woman goes down, say her and her baby daddy, they're co-parenting and they're doing a pretty good job. He handling his responsibility. She handling hers. They don't have no issues. But she has to try to get Medicaid or some Medicare for herself. Just for herself. She goes down. They look at her. They say, I see you have kids, but I don't see no child support. Why isn't he on child support? She says, we ain't got no issues. He helping me with the kids. You know what I'm saying? He handling doing his part. And they say, if you want this Medicare, you better put him on child support. Let me get Facebook user, which is Grace. Grace says, women want to talk crazy about dude and let him mark you with his DNA.
Oh, wow.
Not even thinking.
Wow.
She said, the mama is a bitter. Yeah, you know.
I mean, listen. But I don't think she's that bitter. She getting a check. She getting a check. We have reduced kids to a check at the end of the month.
So when you talking about creating streams of income, is this what we talking about?
Theirs. They got theirs. They got one. They got one. I mean, you know, let me say this, dude. And it's sad. It's I'm silly, but it's sad. But they got one, dude. They've created some income where they can be sleep, they can be on vacation, and that check is gonna be there. And because once they put them people in your life, they're gonna make sure that she get that money. You can start working. You can say, "Oh no, I ain't paying it." You can do that all you want to. They're gonna be waiting. They're gonna be waiting. And I think, and this puts pressure on relationships. Let me explain to you why. Because if the guy in the relationship, y'all doing good, and all of a sudden he decides he don't want you, we're like, whoa, what you mean you don't want me? Well, I just don't think we want the same things. Now she come up and she pregnant. Better yet, I'm feeling some kind of way for you, and I want to hold on to you. Well, I just don't see. You know, I got this. I'm trying to get my life together. Oh, really? Okay, boom. Now you got a baby. And then she has the audacity in the film to say, but you don't know how they are until you have that baby.
Why don't we do the research up front? So, ladies and gentlemen, for y'all just checking in, what we're talking about tonight is which comes first, the husband or the baby daddy? Which comes first? Now you just tuning in. We showed a quick video that really just blew my mind. Showed a quick video. It's a few seconds. I'm gonna show it one more time for those of you who just might have missed it. I'm gonna show it one more time. So check this out real quick.
Going to marry someone that I had a baby with just because it's not right.
But that's the society that we live in, and what I'm saying is that's incorrect. You're willing to open.
Pause. Real quick. She said, "I'm not gonna marry somebody I had a baby with because that's not right."
Okay, wait. It's the morals for me. It's the morals. Wait. I'm gonna let him do me any kind of way. I'm gonna let him twist me, turn me all upside, use me as his physical pin cushion, and then you say, "But that ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right." Wait. Where the morals come from? What I'm trying to figure out. How do you have a moral ground to stand on when it's talking about, I'm not gonna marry him? That ain't right. You know what ain't right? You know what ain't right? Your ankles around the back of your head ain't right. It ain't, dude. Listen, we have made sex, and maybe perhaps it's always been, but we have made sex way too casual. We don't even put no value on it no more. No value on it at all. It's just sex. When did it become just sex?
So if we devalue sex that much, how much value do we actually put on bringing a life into this world?
Well, I don't know. I know we don't value it that much, but I also know this. One of the reasons, if I'm not gonna stay with you, you'll get pregnant by me. If you think I'm a good dude, and I don't want to be with you, you'll get pregnant to keep me around. It might not keep me in your life, but it'll keep me around. And I just believe too many people fall for it. Too many women would do that to keep a good guy around. If he ain't worth a quarter with a hole in it, you ain't gonna get pregnant by him.
Grace says husband should come first, but we live in a generation where we do things backwards. It's really out of order. So, get my thoughts real quick, because I'm still tripping off the casual sex. Should be an oxymoron. It should be those words shouldn't go together. Ivan said it's a trick question. The husband comes first, supposed to anyway, but the rationale, that's not what people are thinking. That's not what people are thinking.
But now it's kind of a game, because if there is a man shortage, how else you gonna lock you down one unless you give him a baby, whether he want it or not? Because at least you're ensuring that he's gonna be in your life.
So Rob said most are willing to risk a baby in order to experience the pleasure of sex.
Really?
But it's almost like recreation. It's just recreation these days. You got going to the movies, you got playing sports, and you got sex. It's all the same to them.
I was going to say, matter of fact, they didn't put sex in there after the movies now. Hey, let's go to the movie and have some sex. Man, that's what's up. We doing that. We good.
In the movies. Right now in the movie.
Listen, and I don't want to sound like no old guy, fuddy-duddy guy, but man, we gotta do better. We gotta demand more of our relationships, so it don't all require us having to have sex in them. But I remember talking to one of our frequent people, Monique. Monique says, I remember Monique saying something like it's just what the generation does now. But I just can't. Okay, let me ask you this. So me and you dating, and you just let me do you all kind of ways. And then I have realized that I've had you more ways than I probably should have. And I want to get out and I don't want to marry you. But now, before we talk about babies, you're not going to feel some kind of way? You're not going to feel some kind of way? Because you doing it, because you trying to pull me in, and you think this is going to make me love you. But in actuality, if not done in the proper context, which is my wife, it's going to actually push me away from you.
Okay, Grace says sex is used as a tool. Sex is now like breathing. Breathing? and unprotected. Jesus. No one is no one. Yeah, we don't have a healthy fear of anything anymore. But having a baby used to be a serious consequence. Is it still a serious consequence?
Nah, listen, when the church stopped talking about teenage pregnancy, I knew we was in trouble. Because they stopped talking about it. They don't even mention it no more.
No, they just expect it. They expect it. I remember I heard a young lady say sex is like brushing her teeth. Having sex like brushing her teeth.
Now that would be good if she had 2 teeth and the rest of it was in her pocket.
But if she got good dental hygiene, that's a problem.
We're in trouble. We are in trouble.
Okay, Tramisha says, I'm almost 40 childless woman. I've had good Christian folk tell me, you don't have to wait to have that baby. So as I date, people expect for me to intentionally get pregnant and worry about getting married later. And you'd be surprised how many have mentioned this to me. I'm not surprised. When we talk about in church, people don't even expect you to be a virgin anymore. Matter of fact, it's frowned upon in the church.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
They don't even expect you to be a virgin no more. I don't even know. Do we even talk about virginity in church no more?
I was surprised on that TikTok video where that girl got up and say, I don't have, what she say? I ain't never had sex, or and then she took off running. What did she say?
I ain't had no sex.
She said, I ain't had no sex.
And she cut across down that aisle, took off
like
30
sex, she read like sex was outside.
Like she thought about it for a minute. I ain't had.
Cause she looked like she say, sex everywhere, and I ain't had none of it. But somebody post something my way.
Rob said, we all know the possibilities of sex, baby, disease, but that's not deterring folks. Now, young people have this invincibility attitude anyway. This is why you need parents. I don't know where we got in our mind that kids and young people were able to come up with stuff by themselves without guidance. I don't understand where it's never worked out. It's never worked out because when we're young, we're impulsive, we're invincible, and we always think it'll happen to everybody else except me until it happened to me. Ivan said, y'all must have forgotten when they made casual sex okay for women without judgment. It's been that way for men. Now it's a free for all.
Well, because one of the first things women start saying when they started having casual sex is men been doing it for years. Men been doing it for years. Men been doing it for years. I don't really know when that crossed over and made it okay for everybody to do. Because I don't know.
There seems to be a rush, a mad race to stupidity, because we admit we've been stupid, but now y'all want to come and be just like us.
Can we call it a mad race to boudidity? Hey, because people trying to have some sex. Listen, man. But when you're younger, we put great emphasis on having sex. It's frowned upon when you're young if you ain't had no sex.
Yeah. You
it's
got
pressure, man.
middle schoolers with pressure. Matter of fact, let me get Monique. Monique said that's a great question, but honestly, a lot of women want it too. Women know what they are signing up for. So are they signing up for a relationship?
No.
Or are they signing up for, like John say, are they signing up for a paycheck?
And let me say this before y'all start coming with the hate letters, okay? I just have found that more people than not, when they can't have a guy, they get pregnant by him. They get pregnant by him. And then because you see the relationship going sideways or going somewhere else. And listen, when you dating somebody and he ain't marrying you or he ain't doing what you want him to do, what better way to control him than to get pregnant by him? Oh, we done got pregnant. Oh, what I'm gonna do? Now because and women will say, oh, so now you think now let's be a couple while we're trying to get through this baby thing. And if he don't want you, it's not going to... Listen, I can tell you, I'm blue in the face. They don't never work out. Trapping is still trapping. Trapping is still trapping.
Because if he was a good dude, would you have to trap him? I think the fact that you're trying to trap him tells you all you need to know, right?
Well, but that don't necessarily mean that he's a bad dude. That just means that he don't want her. Because most of the time in relationships, man, when you desperate, you do a lot when you desperate to get somebody.
Monique just said something, man. Monique says, when the church started celebrating you with parties, baby showers, big baby showers, the problem started then. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she make a really good point.
Wow.
But as the pastor of the church, are you going to stand up and say, no, we're not doing that because we don't condone that? You won't have nobody at your church. I remember the one time pastors tried to talk for something, asking the guy, what was it? Was he going to do right with this girl? And they left the church. And I'm like,
tell a story. This was a baby christening in front of everybody.
Yeah.
My father-in-law, he got moxie. You know what I'm saying? He said right there in front of everybody, he questioned the guy. So you made this baby. You gonna do right? You gonna be there in front of and the girl got upset.
Yes,
he got upset.
And wait. Let's tell us. And what happened after that? What happened?
They left.
No.
And
not only they left, he left. He left her.
Oh yeah. They definitely
that's the killing part. Wait. You mad about something because, daughter, I'm trying to tell you how this thing normally works, and you get mad at me for telling you. Are you mad because you know I'm right, or are you mad because I love he and he gonna be different?
So you do something embarrassing and then get upset when I call you out on what you did that was embarrassing.
Yes. I hate to say embarrassing, D. I do. I hate to say embarrassing, but ultimately people care about how they're looked upon. But in the dark, they don't care how they looked upon when them draws around them ankles.
Karen says, young women and men who are dating are all over TikTok and Instagram showing their babies. They are glorifying having a child right after high school without marriage. What was the show? MTV put it in overdrive too. Was it Teen Mom? Is that the name of it?
Teen Mom.
Producer trying to tell me what it is. It's something like that, but they made celebrities.
16 and pregnant.
16 and pregnant. They made celebrities out of these girls, and now how you audition for the show? If you want to be on the show, what you got to do? Right? You want to be famous, what you got to do? Oh, so Rob said the feminist movement brought about that equality attitude towards casual sex. Now you have a lack of shame in sleeping around.
You know what?
I don't think it's a lack of shame because if you bring it up, they get mad.
Well, no, but the excuse is men been doing it for years. Y'all don't call them no hoes. Y'all don't call them. Every time we do something, every time we act like that, you want to put a label on us. But I think Rob is on to something when he says the feminine movement, because things have really changed since women. Y'all know what I said?
Catch the air quotes for y'all. Y'all just listening. Catch the air quotes. Get the air quote. Right. Gotta get the air quotes. All right.
Go ahead.
Ivan said, actually, statistics show that teens are having less sex these days. They contribute that to the social media, online virtual reality effect. Malls aren't going out of business just because of Amazon. Kids are staying home and communicating online, playing with themselves on FaceTime. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm going to say that's partially true about them on FaceTime, but they still having some sex. They may be, I got teenagers. They having some sex. Even when they ain't supposed, no matter how much you plead with them, tell them, son, this is what this is what I know, and this is what's gonna happen if this keep happening. And believe me, they having some sex. I ain't telling y'all what I heard. And this ain't even my friend that I'm talking about. They having some sex.
Well, let me remind everybody, make sure you go ahead. If you like the conversation, go ahead and share it off with somebody. Tell them, come join us and part of this conversation. All right. Tramisha says that is in reverse now. Men are trapping women. Good women that appear to be good mothers are sought after as well.
Hold on a second. Okay, everybody, I'm going to say this again. Like and share before my comment, because you probably ain't going to agree when I'm going to say Trisha. So go ahead and share it now, because I'm finna tell Trisha, what's her name? Tramisha. Yeah. But you done lost all your mind. Your mind is gone. Your mind gone. Ain't nobody trapping no women.
She got an amen corner. She got an amen corner. Monique said, yes, Trudy. I was about to say that.
I don't know why. Where are they trapping them at? Where they trapping them? Where they trapping them?
Sabrina says still mad to this day.
Oh,
I don't know what to say.
Well,
men trapping.
No, she lying. Lies. I say lies. So let me just say this then. They trapping them for what? Because they're not trapping them to marry them. They're trapping them into getting them pregnant. Because they're not they're not putting no rings on their fingers. And when the last time a man had to trap a woman to get anything? Y'all giving it so freely.
Okay, so all these women jumping on saying men are trapping women. Now, I will say this. If a woman get with a man who doesn't have that experience of just having it his way, if he don't want nobody else to have you, he'll get you pregnant because he don't want to have you. He will get you because
yes. But if he doing that, it's because he can't. You won't belong to him. You won't come because he's trying to have you. And you don't want to be had. It's the same. But now y'all, all three of y'all women probably sitting in the living room together. So stop it. Stop the lies. Go ahead.
They all together in the same living room. Melvin Benton says, man, women been sleeping around, but it used to be more low key. Now it's more out in the open. Right. You got what the feminist movement and the whole nine. It's they free to be what they want and do whatever they want, and they choose to be what they say men got away with. They want to get away with the same stuff. I don't understand. Karen says, my daughter is 19 and two of her friends became pregnant right after high school because they were grown now.
Oh, so your daughter had to get two more friends. Because I had to get more friends.
Okay. Okay. Tramisha said, just call me Trudy.
Tramisha, I know your name. We don't have to get no nickname. I know your name.
She said, laugh out loud. No, there is a term on social media for this. Try to look it up now. So she's finna look it up and see there's a term for men trapping women. Okay. Obviously she ain't lying, John. She talking about the PS5, dope smoking, let me borrow your car while you at work, nigga. Oh, okay.
Wait,
number one, Go ahead. You go ahead, because I know you go ahead.
I'm tripping. I'm like, them Negroes. See y'all, but okay.
Simmer down now.
Those guys have been like that when y'all were dating them. They didn't just get like that. They didn't just start acting like Tyrese and Baby Boy. They've been doing that. And y'all have allowed them to do that. They ain't been, come on. That's what they ain't, and I'm sure they ain't gonna never change. Go ahead, D.
Monique says, some men will try to get you pregnant and keep you on their team.
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't no man want no woman to get pregnant so he can and not stay with you so you can put him on child support. That is ludicrous. Acidine. That's my example words.
That's all you can find out. Karen is cracking up. This for real. Think Nick Cannon. It's not about marrying them, just wanting them to have their babies. Now, Nick Cannon Nick Cannon got all this money and he justifying what he doing because he can take care of these kids.
How many other people?
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is on the Nick Cannon train too. She saw to do all this stuff too, but he was like multi-billionaire. Monique says most of the time these women are not ready to commit. Why are you sleeping with high-risk dudes anyway? You know he ain't got no job. You know he don't do nothing but smoke. You know he play PS5 all the time.
Wait, hold on. Why is you in there letting Skeeter be Skeeter in there? You know you don't want his baby. Why is you in there just skeeting? What? And you can't tell me it's an accident because if you naked, he naked, you ain't got no protection, he ain't got no protection. So it's playing. It's playing. Y'all so smart, but y'all ain't smart enough not to get pregnant unless you, in reality, really want a baby and to be pregnant. Because listen, guys, contrary to what y'all think and believe, babies are born on purpose. Ain't no such thing on accidents.
Oh, wow. Akima says, John, you're done. LOL.
Go ahead.
Okay, Karen said, this is my first time hearing men trap women.
Mine too. It's mine too.
I see it to a certain extent. When you start looking at that demographic that Ivan talked about, you got your sit around, do nothing, all these type of dude. I can kind of see that, right? The PS5, dope smoking, let me borrow your car type dudes. I can see that, especially if you kind of doing something for yourself. You got a job in a car, probably got an apartment or something at the least, and he know you gonna take care of him.
You know why he know? Because he know you gonna let him in there bareback. He know he know if he give you good sex, then you gonna let him drop you off at work. You gonna let him do all that, run around in his car all day. You gonna let him do all that. Cause listen, the contrary to this is the second time I said that. Y'all aren't as smart as y'all think y'all are. Oh, and I said that. Hey, like, share, and tell somebody about the show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have entered the age of the sugar mama, right?
See, and they so smart. They so smart. How your belly big? If you that smart, your belly big though. If your belly big, how you that smart? Cause that's dumb to me. Is that not dumb? D, is that not dumb?
Like, the rationale blows my mind. Because like the young woman in the video, she says, but you don't find out he ain't no good until after the baby.
Well,
how is that?
Wait. He don't find out that it ain't no good until you have the baby. Because I thought we weren't going to have no kids. I thought we weren't doing the baby thing. Now you pregnant. And do you know something in relationships, man? Do you know when you have a baby, the whole dynamic changes on the relationship? Because it's no longer about you guys anymore. It's only about the baby now. That's why most married people go through that. Married guys have to be really good with where they are because it's not about you anymore. For the next 6 months, it's going to be about that baby. And you think you're going to be able to put up with that while you dating somebody? Foolish.
Melvin says, they want us to use the car. Man, they offer it to us. He said they serving up the car. They want you to have the car.
Well,
right?
That ain't all they serving up.
Monique says, it is not rational on both parts. Where is the heat for the men? Is it just women's fault? And it brings up a good question, because I was going to ask, what have we done so bad that we became so disposable? We just a means to an end. The end being the baby, we're just a means to an end.
I think, well, I don't know. Well, let me say this first, Dave. If it appears that I'm coming down hard on women that get pregnant, I am, because you are the doorkeeper. You are the doorkeeper to the booty. And if you don't keep the door like you're supposed to, and you let somebody else in, and now you're pregnant, who we gonna blame? What possibly could he have said to you? Because if he didn't put no ring on your finger, what possibly could he have said to make you think no? I don't care how many times somebody tell you they love you. Love is action word. It ain't a word. It ain't. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, love controls your pants. If I tell you I love you, and all of a sudden your pants fall down, oh, he loved me. Well, love is the action word, and that's generally not how we show love.
Ben said, think the movie Baby Boy. He was driving her Honda and put rims on it. He did. He was driving her car.
Every day, though. He was driving every day.
So is sex now an audition or an interview for baby daddies? Is that what it is?
No, I don't think so. Well, you know what? That may be true. I think it's an audition on whether or not I want to keep you around. Now, because ultimately the man has to be the one to bring the ring, to put the ring on her finger. And I think women have started settling for, I just have your baby.
Now, you said something before we got into the show, because I want you to forget this.
What?
You said something about, will women settle for 18 years of child support over dealing with a man for a few years? Because most marriages ain't gonna last that long.
Because it's not gonna last that long anyway. Because most of the people nowadays don't know what it takes to stay married. Nobody wants to sacrifice. Marriage is all about sacrifice 24/7. And if you don't want to do that, you're not gonna stay married anyway. So I would rather us leave each other alone, and before you go, let's go half on this baby, so I can get 18 years of this money. Because when you leave out, I'm not gonna get nothing when you leave. I'm not gonna get nothing but my heart hurting and me crying and me letting my mustache grow, whether you're a man or a woman. So I might as well get something while I'm here. Because I do feel some kind of way for you, because I'm supposed to. I have been giving myself to you, and now you don't want me as a wife. So I have to get pregnant to save me, my reputation. So when somebody called me, I can say, well, girl, at least I got pregnant. At least I get child support.
Wow. Trudy said, why would men skeet in women they don't want to marry or have kids with?
Because
he better give you a reason.
Trudy, you can't be asking me the volleyball question. You know, you serve them up and I slam them down. You can't do that. So I'm trying to let the ball bounce quite well. You do have a good point, Trudy. It takes two people to make a baby. But I'm simply saying somebody got to have some wisdom in that thing. And y'all swear that y'all are smarter than me. Y'all swear that we don't get it till later in life. So then how, when it comes to the cookie, you going to say, he knew what he was doing when he was in here skiing. Yeah, he knew what he was. First of all, he raw dog. So once he raw dog, it's on you now, because you know you supposed to be talking the whole time. Hey, whoa. You got nothing on? You got nothing on? Don't you skip me? Let me know. So somebody can jump on me around and do something.
Sound like you had that conversation before.
Not in my friend tell me that day. But Fred, I do a lot of counseling, that kind of stuff. So, people talk to you.
One of them counselors said, it was a counseling session. I'm with you. Karen says, there is an easy way to see what type of father he will be. Does he see and support his other kids? I'm sure that is not his first child. Oh, she brings up a great point.
Wow.
She brings up a great point, because, and I didn't look it up. People have called out the statistics before. that said most women are getting pregnant by the same guys anyway. Because there's a large percentage of men who don't even have kids. A large percentage of men don't even have kids. Christiana Andrea, she says because they like
that's Christina.
They like nothing. Oh, okay, Christina. They like nothing in raw.
Hold on. Who likes it? Is it the women? Or is it the women or it's the men? Or are the women saying I don't like the way it feel? Or is the men?
We got to ask the question. We got to ask the question because couple of statements. They say women are the gatekeepers to sex. Men are the gatekeepers to relationships. True or false? Y'all let me know.
True
or false? Y'all let me know.
Oh, that's true.
You think it's true?
That's true. Absolutely.
Second thing. I'm watching a video with Ayanla. She got a room full of women and men together, and they all having this conversation about how men ain't no good. They not good daddies, all this kind of stuff. They ain't there. And she made a statement, kind of took the women back and had to think about it. She said, kids don't pick their fathers. The mothers do.
But see, when a woman is with a guy, she's not thinking about him in a father capacity. She's thinking about him as far as how good in bed he'll be. That's all they thinking about them at the time. They're not thinking about nobody else. They're not forward thinking. They booty thinking, man. They ain't forward thinking. They thinking about what it's gonna be. Because remember, we have talked too many times about what's most important to women when it comes to relationship. And to a man, every one of them say, well, the sex got to be good. The sex got to be fine. He got to be throwing me off the bed and pulling me by my hair and choking me till my eyes roll out. We've heard this, and I can't make this up.
Yeah.
And that's
sex rank higher than Jesus on women's list.
We did it right here on the show.
We did the survey. Sex ranked higher than even Jesus.
Christina says true.
Okay, Christina says true. She says, can't believe y'all messing with men with kids. Crazy. The same guys, all the women are after the same guys. The same guys. Karen said it was John's friend that had that conversation about Raw Dog. We're going to bring John's friend on here one day. We're going to get him on. Mika said very true, but some women think that good sex will turn into a relationship.
Okay, let me tell you why that is false. Okay. I'm gonna be very supporting in this. Good sex equates to probably 30 to 45 minutes, an hour if you really own your game, okay? That leaves 23 more hours in a day. And most of the time when you take away sex, we begin to see who the real person is. And you find out, I don't really like him as much as I thought I did, or I don't really like her because we've taken our common denominator that was sex with us, and we didn't focus on the person. She talked too much. He talked too much. He slept too much. He argued too much. He played PlayStation too much. Because I can do all that if the sex is really good, because you're going to allow me to, because the sex is good. So when you take that away, what do you have? And arguably a lot of times that's what we left with. We left with each other and we realized we really don't like each other without the sex. And that's the crazy thing about it, because when you having sex, you're like, oh my God, I love him. Oh, daddy, wait a minute. You know I love you. I love you too. Dude. And if you take that away, what do you have left? Normally, there's nothing.
Ivan says, first of all, John, we can't pull them by their hair because their stylists use that cheap glue.
Why you gotta come for
up there, Ivan, so they can email you. So send them ass emails to Ivan. Christina says, not money ranks higher. Money ranks higher. Melvin is cracking up.
Man, listen. Yes, money ranks higher, because if I can't have you in a relationship, man, hey, I get the money. See, that's the thing. People don't understand when they winning no more. women have figured out a way to win whether they get the relationship or not. If I come away with a baby, I'm winning. 18 years, 12 months, 18 years, I'm winning. Hey, and that's if it's your baby.
And see, the young girl, the eighth grader that made that statement about she planned to have 2 kids, when the woman asked her, well, you plan to have a husband or be married? She said no, because if I don't, I can't get child support. I guarantee you, right. She's being raised by a single mother, and she thinks, from her mindset, she thinks her mother is doing it. She ain't. I got my Jordans on. You know what I'm saying? She keep my hair done, she keep my nails done, all this kind of stuff. So she seemed to be fine. Ivan, no, that ain't it. So Ivan, that man talking money. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Tune in to Queen 3 and King tomorrow.
There you go.
Ivan personally. Queen 3 and King.
There
right here on the BS3 TV.
There you go.
Network, baby. So check him out. But is it a lack of consequences though? Is that why we ending up with this?
Well, because we don't see them at the time. It takes a while. Normally, you don't see consequences. That kid get of age, he start talking back to you like he taller than you, and his daddy ain't there because the money been there. You been acting funny with the daddy. It don't hit you to then. Oh Lord, I can't do nothing with this child, or he's not listening to me, or it becomes time for that man, that young boy to become a man. That and the daddy not in the house is normally when we start paying for that kind of stuff. Because you're gonna pay. You may not come today, may not come tomorrow, but you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for that.
There's always a cost.
Just
always a cost.
And just because we don't see it, just because we don't see it coming don't mean there ain't no cost attached to it.
We live for the moment. And as long as you focus on the moment, you're not paying attention to the cost. And when it show up, now everybody complaining, everybody got a problem. Oh, somebody come help me with these kids and all this other type of stuff. Come help me with these kids.
It's like a sexual charge card. Every time it comes to have sex, you put that card in. Oh, put it on my card. Child, put it on my card. Put that on my card. Y'all put that on my card. Would you put that on my card? And you look up and your bill is $30 trillion, and you got child support coming in, and that's finna take all your little money.
No, because man, you don't know what you just said. Christina says kids are not worth keeping a man for 18 years. You ain't keeping a man.
No, you ain't keeping a man. You just keeping his money.
You ain't keeping a man. You just keeping his money. Mm-hmm. You ain't keeping a man. No, if you plan to actually do the co-parenting thing, then maybe. But that means y'all got some kind of civility about you if you actually co-parenting.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't that bad with each other.
But Christina, he gonna choke you out anyway. So don't you worry about being around 18 years. He gonna choke you slap out.
But you just said something. They talked about how people that use debit cards, how they spend money faster than people that use cash because
they can see it. They can't see it.
There is actually pain. Yeah. Physically spending cash registers as physical pain. So you're less likely to do it. But if you can just swipe your card, you all day, you know what I'm saying? Just swiping. And when those charges hit your bank account, you're not feeling it. So you're not pulling up.
Karen say charge it to the game. Charge it to the booty. Swipe that booty. Swipe the booty. You keep on swiping, you're gonna looking at it, it's gonna be hanging on one side. So
my sounds fun. Was it fun? Okay, Ivan said catch him on the forecast tonight. He want all the smoke. Forecast coming up right after Man Talk Monday. He said catch him on there tonight. He want all the smoke. So he said y'all want to talk to him, catch him there. Right? But dude, I think you just hit on something. I I was just talking to somebody the other day talking about how they removed the toll booths from the tollways.
They want to pile up. They want to keep adding up because you won't see it.
Because just driving through, you're not gonna feel it.
You don't think nothing about it.
And then they took up the toll. Man, they are making a killing on these toll roads. Melvin said charge the booty.
I'm telling you. People don't think twice about it. Let me tell you something. People have found a way to turn their conscience off. We found a way to get right past our conscience. And so we keep doing it. We keep doing it. And we look up and say, whoa, why I can't feel my legs when I get up in the morning? Because you've been out there charging into the game. And that's generally what happens.
Right. Now that interest caught up with you. And it's sitting right next to you, looking at you, talking about, Mom, I'm hungry.
You better go in there and get that. You better go in there and get that cream of wheat out there and make you some so you get some breakfast.
He said cream of wheat. You make cream of wheat?
I don't think so. I don't even go to the grocery store no more, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
So
now, we trying to figure out how to. So some of y'all may have been watching and paying attention. You're like, what is that they got on? What they shirt say? I don't know if y'all caught it a couple of weeks ago. John made a statement that, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got time for all the foolishness. He got a grown man physique. He out here with like these little boys running around.
See there?
You know, with a six. He said he earned his physique. So he got a grown man physique. So we got our grown man physique shirts on tonight. Mm-hmm. Right? We got a grown man physique shirt. You can see it, grown man physique. So that's what we doing right now.
And they don't come in no small, medium, large size. Everything grown man physiques is extra large and up. Courtesy of Crafty RX.
Right.
So, and we want to make these available to you. If you're looking at yourself in the mirror right now, you say, you know what? If you're a man, if
get your grown man physique shirts, man.
There you go. Get your grown man physique shirt, man. And don't forget, guys, like and share if you like the conversation tonight.
Man, that's been a good conversation, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, get your grown man physique shirts. Yeah, all my guys. We starting a movement.
There you go.
We ain't gonna be pressured into the gym. We ain't gonna be pressured by these dudes on these TV shows who work out 7 hours a day because they got time.
We ain't gonna be pressured by the men that Tyler Perry have on his shows. We ain't gonna be pressured by them. Put y'all shirts back on because we ain't looking.
Karen say I'm loving the shirts. Get one for your loved ones.
There you go. I'm sure
Brenda says thank you. You can get a small, right? Christina said y'all need a clubhouse.
No, we don't.
Right? Carl says it's very rare that a woman that thought she would have you will allow you to be the father you are willing to be. You talking about that friction after they couldn't get what they wanted out of you. Now they got caused all kinds of problems for you. Linda says, Derek Smith, John Lewis, I just want to say this is my first time listening to y'all. I really enjoy y'all. Tell Mo Cop I said hello and I miss everyone. We'll put the word out. Put the word out. Mika said, does the shirt say thick and wide?
Hey, well, never mind. I ain't gonna say nobody. Yeah, something like that.
Fred said, don't mess with my comments, LOL. She said, if they need smalls, he gets them smalls too. We just stand with the grown man physique shirts. We ain't gonna be pressured. If we gonna get in shape, we gonna get in shape on our. We ain't gonna y'all gonna pressure.
So y'all stop being on the beach taking out y'all pictures because we ain't looking.
Oh, Christina coming for you. She said he definitely wide for sure.
Like I said, she gonna be choked probably right after the show. Don't worry about her.
By a thick and wide dude. Final thoughts, man. I just want to say, let's listen. But it's funny to say that this is what the culture does. But even in the culture, don't we have to use wisdom? Don't we need to be smart about what we're doing? If everybody's out there getting it, because listen, there can't be anything good coming from this. Somebody has to have the foresight to say, hey man, it's not everybody jumping off off into the river. I think I want to live. I think I want to be smarter than that. Just start thinking for ourselves. It's one thing for the coach and everybody to be doing, but I just think you have to start thinking for yourselves, man. Remember, and I say this often,
Be the best version of you so you have choices. You want to have choices when we get older. You don't want to make so many mistakes when we're younger that we limit ourselves on choices. Because again, life is about the choices that we make. Your life will reflect the choice that you have made. So let's be smart about what we're doing. Keep them pants up. Tie a rope around your pants and your legs. And that's my final thought.
One thing about it, you may pick somebody and you may not like them, but the fact that you don't like them and you don't think they're a good father, that child has to live with that. No child wants their father to be a no good person, but they don't have the choice to choose who their father is. And so you got to be smart about the selection you make. Now, if we're looking for a husband first, then the qualifications for that might mean that he has some qualities that will make him a good father. Kids don't like growing up with fathers that get talked about all the time, never show up, and all of this, but they show you that before you get pregnant by them in some shape, form, or fashion, if you're paying attention. If it's just about the sex, then you got to say, you know what? I got what was coming to me. We got to have some standards. It's more than just what happens for us in our life in our house, because those implications go way beyond your house. Our society is being torn apart by bad decisions that we're making. And the next generation is just thinking that this is the way it is. But yet and still the consequences are steadily showing up. They're not being done away with. The only way to do away with the consequences is make better decisions. So let's be smart about how we go about who we choose to be with and put more requirements on them than just somebody to lay with. Because once that baby comes, all bets are off. Let's be smart. Let's protect our society from all of the foolishness and keep these kids from having to deal with all this craziness that we put them through. And that's our King Speak for this week.
Hey guys, I just want to say again, man, hey, like and share, man. We're trying to reach more people and be a blessing to more people like we are to you guys and you guys are to us. So it's really important that you guys like and share the content that we give you, man. We appreciate it.
Ivan says women can buy the shirt too, because some of them got dude. I knew you were gonna say it. Now he said come for him tonight. So go to the podcast after this. You can give Ivan this and let him know exactly how you feel.
We also have grown woman physiques as well, so we can stick with that because we gotta have some for ladies too. So he say grown man. I knew he was gonna say something like that.
Right. Listen, y'all, we appreciate y'all. If y'all like what we doing, make sure you share it out to people. Tell them about what's going on Man Talk Mondays. We got more stuff coming for y'all. We're going to bring some good shows to you. So stay tuned. And we always got the great conversation. So keep riding with your boys.
Yeah. And we appreciate you guys, man. And we're going to get out here. Y'all be blessed and keep your legs closed.